Hello and welcome to my channel, The Danish Readaholic. I am sorry for the sound, there might be a little bit of echo, but today I am doing a tier ranking of all the books I've read in 2021. Now, I was a little late to the tier ranking thing, but I really wanted to do something like tier ranking. So I figured it would be fun to tier rank every book I've read this year. Now I'm gonna try and make this a short video, but I'm obviously gonna give explanation for the placements that I give. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. So I'm gonna take me and put it in the corner so you can see what my screen is doing. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm ready. So the first one we have is Monster by Patrick Ness, or Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Oh, sorry for my... There we go. And I'm gonna put that in great because I did really enjoy it, but it wasn't my favorite, so I wouldn't put it higher than that. Then we have A School for Good and Evil, A World Without Princess. That's gonna go in good. I liked it. Wasn't my favorite, and it wasn't really on the level of Monster Call, so that is why it is on that tier. Then we have Our Shine and the End of Time. Oh, where do I put it? I think I'm gonna put it in good. I was in between good and okay because it wasn't my favorite, but I did like it, and I am gonna continue with the series where I think okay would be more, I did like it, but I'm not gonna continue. So yeah, I think that is how I'm gonna determine those two. Then we have Bone Cry's Moon. This might shock people, but I'm gonna put it in demigod because I kind of want to see if like my god tier can be exclusive to like a few, like just 2 or 3 or something like that, but we'll see. I might move some of them around later on, but we'll see. Okay, then we have A Bridge to Terabithia. I'm gonna put that in meh. Simply because I knew the story, I knew what was gonna happen, and the book really didn't give as much to me as I got from the movie, so I'm gonna put that in meh. Sorry, my meh tier is kind of like, it's not good enough to be in my okay tier, but it's not bad enough to be in my trash tier, so it's kind of like, I don't know where to put it, I don't really care about it, so it's gonna go in meh. That was a brief explanation. City of Bones, I'm gonna put in good. Again, I think I've explained this a few times that when I read it, I kind of knew the very basics of what was gonna happen because I watched the movie, and that is like a fault of mine, but yeah, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. Then we have Crazy Rich Asians. I'm gonna put it in meh. Again, it wasn't the worst that I've ever read, but I'm not gonna read it again, like ever. Then we have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I'm gonna put it in okay. Like the last few books, like the very last chapter, that was where it got good for me, which is bad because it should have been good before that, but it is what it is. Then we have Fire by Kristen Kishore. I'm gonna have to put that in God because when I finished it, I was like shook. And I just loved it so much. So that goes there. I kind of wanted to read it again when I finished it, so yeah. Then we have Girl Serpentthorne. I'm gonna put that in great because it wasn't my favorite, and it wasn't on the level of Bone Cry's Moon. So it's gonna go in great. Also, it took a while for me to get into it and really invested in it, but it is obviously great, and I love it now. But when I read it, it took a while for me to get into it, unfortunately. Then we have Grace and Fury. Are we even in doubt? That will be a demigod. If I'm moving anything, I will move Bone Cry's Moon up. Because Grace and Fury is really amazing to me, but it isn't as amazing as Bone Cry's Moon, which might sound strange to you, but because I think I talk more about Grace and Fury than I do Bone Cry's Moon, but yeah, so that's great. Then we have Graceling. Graceling is going in... I've read it this year, but I just don't know where to put it. I'm gonna put it in demigod. I would have put it in great if it was only based on the story, but because there is a lot of feelings that I have towards the book involved, I'm gonna have to put it in demigod, because it's still one of my all-time favorites. So yeah. Then we have Harry Potter. I'm sorry, but it's gonna go in good. Again, I've seen the movie. The movie kind of ruined the book for me because I knew what was gonna happen. I've explained this also, I think, and yeah. I did like it. I am obviously gonna continue with the series, which is why I put it in good tier. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Then we have The Haunting of Hill House. I'm gonna put it in good. And only because when I read it, I would have like put it in okay. But then when I put it down and thought about it, I was like, what? And it hit me a lot harder than I thought it would. So that is why I put it in good tier. Yes. Then we have Incendiary. Why can't I do that? There we go. Incendiary. Hello and welcome to the demigod tier. Amazing book, amazing characters, good plot twist. I'm a fan. Also of the magic in the story, it is just spot on. Love it. Then we have a Danish book, a Danish non-fiction book called Some Enclave. I'm gonna put it in good. I'm not a biggest fan of non-fiction, but for non-fiction I really like this, so yeah. I probably wouldn't read it again though, but do you ever read non-fiction twice? I actually don't know, because I don't read non-fiction like ever, normally. Then we have Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children. I'm sorry, but it's going in meh. I didn't really care about it, and I'm not gonna continue. So yeah, that's about it. Then we have Mud City, which is the... maybe I should take this in order. We have the Breadwinner. I'm gonna put that in great. Then we have Parvanas Journey. It's gonna join it in great. I have Mud City. I'm gonna put that in good. Then I have My Name is Parvana. I'm gonna put that in demigod. I know that was rather quick, but I've talked so much about them and people kind of know my feelings towards them. But basically, the two first ones are following Parvana and I really like them. And then the third one, we follow her friend Shazia, which is also good, but not my favorite of them. And then obviously my favorite of all of them is My Name is Parvana, which can also be read as a standalone. I would recommend reading all of them, but you can read it as a standalone if you'd like. And that follows both Parvana and Shazia after the events of the three first books. So yeah. Then we have, I'm gonna take these in order as well. So All the Boys I've Loved Before. What was my... Okay, I'm gonna put these in okay, even though I said that okay would be... I like them, but I didn't want to continue. I'm gonna put both of them here because now I am only continuing because I have the last one. So yeah. Yeah. Then we have Queen of Ruin. I really like that. I'm gonna put that in demigod. I'm gonna do like this, because then they'll be looking at each other. I'm like 5 years old in my head, but you know, fun times. Then we have Return to the Isle of the Lost. Gonna put that in good tier. It was good. Didn't really have that many feelings towards it, I think, but I like the characters that I've seen from the movies, so yeah. Yeah. Then we have the first School for Good and Evil book. I'm gonna put that in great. The second one wasn't as good, but the first one I really liked. Yeah. Then we have The Beginning of My Existence, Smattensbarn. do we even wonder why I put it there? I hate this book with a burning passion, and I ranted about it so many times to my friends and to Goodreads and to, I think I ranted about it once in here. It's just not what I expected, and it was just not what I wanted it to be. So yeah. Then we have Straight On to the Morning, which it was okay. Had there been like an actual continuation of this, I wouldn't have read it. And that is why I put it in okay, because I did like the story, but it could have definitely been better. Then there is the curious incident of the dog at the night time, and I think I'm also gonna put that in okay. Like, I liked the story, but it wasn't my favorite. Then we have The Deep. I'm gonna put that in meh. I didn't really care for it that much. I like the lore behind it and the stories of how the mermaids became mermaids, or whatever they were called, I don't remember. That was interesting, but the actual story and the main character that we followed, I didn't really care for it. So yeah. Then there's The Hate You Give. I'm gonna put it in good. I don't have much to say about it. It is a good story. It's a story that is very needed, but it wasn't my favorite. Yeah. Then we have The Isle of the Lost. Gonna put that in good as well. Gonna put it here. So good, but and again, I am continuing with the series, but wasn't my favorite. I really like revisiting again the people from the movies that I've grown to love, and I think that is why I'm putting it on good tier. Then there is The Kissing Booth. Let's put it in trash. This book needs some serious help. There's a lot of spelling mistakes. There is a lot of like the same conversations throughout the entire book. It's like there's no character development whatsoever. And I obviously like the movie way better. But yeah, so that is why it's here. The Ocean at the End of the Lane, didn't really care for it. It's a meh for me. I think I'm gonna do the same with This Is What Happy Looks Like. Like, it was a good book, but I don't really care too much for contemporary. I'm not gonna read it again, and yeah, so that is also going in meh. We Used to Be Friends. It was okay. I was waiting for like a big showdown between the two girls, but it just didn't really happen, and I was kind of disappointed with that. Then we have Wildborn. I'm gonna go for okay, even though I'm actually continuing with the series, but it's another case of, no, I don't even know, because I bought it after I finished this. I don't know, okay, but it was decent, and I think the first book is a lot of presentation of the characters and of the lore, and since it is very short and it's middle grade, I feel like that was why it wasn't the best, but yeah. And then we have Land of Stories, Worlds Collide, which is the final book in my favorite series. I'm gonna put it in great, because I feel like it was a great ending to the universe that I love. So yeah, this is what my tier ranking looks like. I am gonna move both Bone Cries Moon and Incendiary to God tier, because I feel like they fit there. And yeah, so now I'm kind of satisfied with this thing that I've made. So this is me tier ranking all of my books that I read in 2020, and I do just want to say that the books I've read in December are not on this list, which is why there's only 38 and not 40, which is my goal, but I didn't want to add them because I'm not sure which ones I'm gonna finish. This is filmed in the beginning of December because that is when I had the time. So yeah, so that was me tier ranking all of the books that I've read in 2020. I kind of really like doing this. This was so much fun. So I get why this was a popular trend, and I might do it again, even though it's not popular anymore, but it was so much fun. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. please leave a comment with your God tier books of 2020. I would love to know. If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, please hit the subscribe button. That would just mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!